got distracted and as soon as I got in an accident, and my scatter shook his self-defense, lost his memory at any expense, and then the witnesses went on to describe that in the window was a bearded guy. Now on the radio, TV, and the press release, they're looking for the bearded man, because the man with the beard has a criminal mind. They're looking for the bearded man in the window.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It's round number 2 of the iRacing Short Course League. I'm Dave Arnold, joined alongside Randall Alvarez, and looking forward to another great day of racing. We have now traveled virtually up to Northern California and to the right to the state of Nevada, in Reno, Nevada, just outside there. And it's going to be called Wild West Motorsports Park, and it is a track in a quarry filled of elevation. A lot of great racing is going to go on here. In real life, it is challenging, and I'm only imagining in the virtual world it's going to offer the same challenges here. So we've got quite a few drivers that we're trying to qualify. We're going to do a little bit different format this time around. And it looks like over 50 drivers have signed up to qualify. We're going to be going A and B mains, 20 in each. So 40 drivers are going to make it to the dance tonight. So it looks like we got some quick qualifiers that are going on right now.
Info format.
So this is the host of this course is Connor Berry. He's put together this great iRacing Short Course League, and I want to thank, of course, these great sponsors like CBR, AIM Data, Sparco, CDC Apparel. It's not just clean, it's super clean. Bomber Eyewear, the official eyewear of the iRacing Short Course League. Lawrence Equipment, K&N, and of course the broadcast brought to you by Death by Moose Media. And again, the commentary by myself, Dave Arnold, and Randall Alvarez will be jumping in.
How's it going?
Pretty good, Randall. And, man, it was an incredible race last week. We had some drivers that showed some speed out there. Of course, Cameron Pedersen, the one coming into round number 2 with a target on his back.
Yeah, and honestly, he did have a rough run the first season. He came in and put down some good times, but couldn't make it past some people. But now I think he's coming back with some swing in his step.
So the man from the Great White North up in the north of the border here in the U.S. and Canada is where Cameron comes from. And, of course, the two young guns were not far off of him with Ethan Ebert and Luke Knupp, both the Ultra Wheels. Again, we're at the Lucas Oil Wild West Motorsports Park. And these are the Pro 4s, the roar of the big bore, as I like to say. We ran 2 qualifying sessions, of course, 10 minutes each. The feature, 22 laps. And, of course, halfway through it, we're going to throw that competition caution. So you haven't heard the roar of the big bore yet. You're going to hear it now.
Let's go ahead and jump into some of the noise so we can hear it up right now.
Oh, definitely. And it's one thing that's so great about the realism that iRacing brings is the sounds. Only if we could have a little bit of smell-o-vision. The burning oil, the brakes,
the dirt
rubber,
in your face.
And the dirt. It's all about that sensory. We got to get some sim rigs with that setup on it.
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
You know, they had the old theaters back in the day with the buzzer seats and the aroma that would come in. That's what we need for our simulators. Just burn a little rubber so in your face. Feels like you're at the track.
A little bit of gasoline smell.
Boy, this is one of my favorite tracks on the West Coast out here with the elevation changes. It just makes for great. And, you know, right off the bat, you run up a hill and you have a hard left-hand turn where you're going to bring it back around a turnstile, drop off, a couple of bumps to unsettle you, and then into the only true right-hander. You got to pitch it, bring it back 180 degrees. You can see it's a great shot there. Always a little bit of contact, little butt banging and beating going on. And this is going to start you as you go around to the left, and it's going to start you up that run up the hill. And it kind of meanders up the side of the mountain into a corkscrew and brings you back down. And I've seen speeds at over 108 miles an hour in real life. We had the local police officers with their radar guns standing out there and taking shots as they came down.
That's so awesome.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah, honestly, that uphill section is one of my favorites with the Pro 4 because you just throw your nose in there and you just pretty much mash it. And it's a little bit of throttle control, like, you know, you're doing like maybe a street stock or something like that, but it just takes away, especially if you get in that little groove.
And let me tell you, in real life, coming off down that hill, I've seen some gnarly crashes.
Really?
When you get that much speed, and if you make a little mistake and you start rolling, you ain't going to stop until you get close to the bottom of the hill or you hit K-rail or someone else stops you.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I've seen Rob McCachran and Carl Rennesener back a couple years ago, got into it, and luckily Carl was the right place and kind of stopped Rob from rolling all the way down the hill.
As you can see right now, Joe Graham having a hard time out there. All right, looks like we're on our qualifying. They do have about 6 laps or 10 minutes of qualifying to come up, so whichever one comes first for a lot of these guys out there. Let's talk a little bit about iRacing and just what it is in general. So to anyone out here that's new to iRacing or new to seeing these Pro 4 trucks out on a track like this, there's some things you might see out in the track. You might see a couple of the trucks blip out. That is actually a network issue. Nothing we can really do about that. It's part of video games, really. And with all these guys racing at the same time, that's a lot of bandwidth being pumped out. So it's a lot of technical stuff in the background that, you know, it does what it can to keep everyone on the track, but sometimes you'll see some people disappear. But don't worry about that. With these trucks, the track actually does change states. So as these guys drive out on the track, it's going to rubber in. You'll hear Dave talking about how the track, you know, gets blue grooved, and you'll see some. You'll actually get some marbling at the end. So, you know, as this works out, these guys will have areas where they have to stay out of because it'll be like driving on ice.
Oh, yeah, it's like real life. I mean, that's really what they've really tried to simulate that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the track's, you know, nice, it's loamy, it's loose, and then slowly it wears in, and then it gets to that perfect traction, and then you go the opposite way and it starts going away.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. You'll see sometimes during a competition caution, they've actually run tractors and, you know, fixed little areas where they've had some issues in the past, but we're not have to worry about paying any dozer runners or scrapers or.
Yeah, luckily that's all done for you.
Yes.
And we will have a session. The session will be
and we
cleaned.
have all non-union cameramen.
Yes.
They won't complain about getting dirty or they've been out on the track too long.
Exactly. Sometimes they do get hit, but luckily they have a really good medical, so
Yes.
we cover them on that.
It's all virtual.
Exactly. We have the virtual doctor at the iPad come over and say hi.
Hits the reset button and you're fine again.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of reset buttons, or what we call, I guess you just consider a reset, or getting a new car. These guys do have one fast repair. That's what we call it out here. So something that happens, which we actually saw in the professional NASCAR series, is sometimes the drivers forget to check off their fast repair. So if they have some minor damage that, you know, maybe they need a pit for fuel during the caution, or they just maybe want to get some of the damage repaired. If they don't have the fast repair checked, or if they have it checked off, it's going to run the pit time. If they have it checked, it's going to repair whatever little amount of damage they have, which if they total their truck, they will lose the fact that they have a new truck in the garage. So that's something that, you know, some of these drivers need to be aware of, is to make sure they have their fast repair checked off until they need it.
That's very interesting to know that.
Yeah, it's it bites a lot of people in the butt. I've seen it happen to very experienced drivers. They'll pit in for maybe some fuel and forget that they have some body damage.
And they fix the body damage.
And they fix the body damage.
So
and
next time they wreck, they don't get anything fixed.
Exactly. They rolled out a new car. That's pretty much what happened.
They burned out their pit crew.
Yep. Buffing out a little scrape.
Sorry. We're union rules. We're only allowed to touch the truck once.
That's what it is.
So there is a union involved. So
a little bit.
But yeah, looks like a beautiful day at the track. Blue skies.
Yeah, it's
white
actually
fluffy clouds.
supposed to be 78 degrees with a wind speed of 2 miles per hour, I believe, coming from the west. I checked that out before I entered the session. So
now let me talk about something too. We're also up in the mountains. We've got altitude in real life. This was also something a lot of the drivers, you know, struggle with. Was the carb setups on these?
Yeah, I'd assume less oxygen to those engines is going to definitely affect them. Now, I haven't seen that, or maybe I'm just not as experienced.
Logan Leggett having some issues?
That is correct.
Yeah.
The fences out here are pretty dangerous. You clip onto one of those, and
Just like real life.
they'll grab you. They give.
They suck you in. They beat you over the head. I've seen a lot of these drivers' names up there that have had that happen to them in the past. Ronnie Anderson's having some experience there. Oh my goodness, is that Andrew Carlson?
That's Eric Jacobs or Jacob.
I'm seeing 59
Jacobus.
there.
Oh, let me
Down
see if we
below.
can lock onto him real fast.
Here we go, Andrew Carlson.
That I believe so.
Yeah, part of our racing family there.
Nice clean Yokohama on the side.
Yeah, very cool. Representing Yokohama and Polaris there. And EXR Motorsports Park, I'm sure. The family track.
So I want to talk a little bit about some of the guys that maybe didn't get the podium per se.
Well, they're doing good after the first round. We'll let you know if they're maybe doing good after the second.
But Mickey Thomas, Zachary Drapkin, and then also Colton Burns. How do you think they're going to be playing out today? I know Zach is running a new setup. He's got VR goggles now, and he said that it's helping him. So do you think that's going to possibly improve?
If he's got the time with the VR goggles, it's going to be beneficial, I believe. I heard you guys talking earlier. He was running a single monitor before, and you lose a lot of the aspects around to the side and stuff. So I think with the VR, with a quick head turn, he's going to be able to see who's next to him and feel it. He's young. His brain will adjust.
Yeah.
Somebody a little older may get a little nauseous
Yeah,
at first.
I could definitely see that.
So very interesting there on that. And I'll tell you, I'm kind of curious to see also with Colton Burns and Holton Heitritter how he's going to do. Holton, is up there. He pogoed back and forth, finished 7th out of round number 1. And, I know he's out of family's out of Temecula, California. And then, of course, Braden Beatty out of Arizona. Normally in real life, he came up through the kart program and now has been racing a Production 1000 last year. So very cool. Zach Drapkin, of course, talked about him. He's a pro buggy driver. So looks like we're going to get ready to get this started. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to start it with our national anthem. So if you got a hat on, you see American flag, stand up, be proud. It's time for the singing of the greatest song in the world.
Now just let me find our American flag out there. There he is.
Ah.
Here we go.
Bronson Chiramani, Flying Old Glory.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, are you ready for some short course? Well, I am. It's iRacing short course for the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. So awesome to have this set up. Are you still playing it?
No, we're good.
Sorry, I still have the national anthem playing in my ear.
Yeah, we got to get ready for gridding, so we had to cut it during the before the second, I believe, the second course.
Okay, yep, there we go. All right, let's talk about the gridding here with our top qualifier. And, oh my goodness, is that Holden Heitritter up there? The
That
top
is
qualifier?
correct. Let's page over.
Colton Burns, also incredible. Mikey Lawrence qualifying third. And showing William Edwards qualifies fourth. Chase Gear. And then next to him in sixth will be Dylan Richardson.
Oh, and so this is there we go.
Justin Fleming. And John Zimmer.
I actually know John Zimmer from a previous series, so I'm glad to see him out here.
And then John Amort. Sean Stratton. And one of my favorite families out there, Chance Haugen's family there, number 18. Corbin Wells is going to be 12th. Michael Loomis going to be 13th. Mason Prater, good for Mason, good run there, 14th. Thomas Elliott Watson, that'll be 15th. Cohen Crawford, 16th. Christopher Friederman will be 17th. Fish, I thought you were giving it up. You're going to be in 18th. Maddox Bailey, he is 19th. And the final for the 20, it's Cade Martin. Going to round out our field for the A main.
It looks like we actually have a couple more that they added to
They did.
the A main. Yeah, so
Andrew Carlson.
they extended the field on us.
Matthew Lasher and Eric Jacobus. Joe Graham. Daryl Gibson. Jaden Uribe. Sean Kelly. Logan Leggett. Jeff Shelton. Welcome, Jeff. And Ronald Swerke. Oh, my goodness. How many we have in this race?
I believe that is
This is a big, long
30.
track.
Yeah.
So we got 30 in there. So Ronald Swerke, he's going to round it up, and it looks like we're going to kick this one off here. Zimmerman and Mort. Looking at those guys there back in 8th and 9th as they come around. Official pace truck's going to lead them around here. You can see pace truck was hauling some mail already. He pulls off the track. Are we under green here?
Yes, we are.
All right. I like it. A little beating and banging going on at turn number 1. We always talk about contact there as they come off the leap. Down the hill. A couple of bumps. Unsettles them into the right-hander. And this starts the run up the hill.
Now you're going to see some lines unfold. This first section, first lap's always the toughest because these guys are trying to break out from the group. But as we get into probably lap 2 or 3, you're actually going to see some really nice lines start to come out as these guys pull away.
Well, as always, the top drivers are going to pick the lines that they want there just to show that they've got the lead. Everybody else is going to have to find something around. Now this is where it gets hairy. If there's some contact coming off this corkscrew, and you can see, right there. He's actually lucky to get a little nose ride on that key rail.
Yeah, I don't know if he's lucky now because.
But Colton Burns doing well. Holden Heitritter, though, got the lead again. It's going to be a battle between these two. Michael Lawrence, Mikey's in third. The 85 with Dylan Richardson and Joe Zimmer.
Look at that smooth entrance and exit. Beautiful.
Is that a jinx?
Yeah, I believe so.
And you can really see in real life that's how you actually would want to take it in a Pro 4.
Yeah, nice, smooth, slow entrance. Don't need to whip it out.
Nope.
Now, if we were talking Pro 2s, different story. But, that looks like Luke.
Luke, nope.
I believe so. Oh, wait, nope, never mind.
No,
Different.
that's a purple car.
I saw the Arizona flag on the top.
Yeah. Take a look and see who that was the next time around.
Uh-oh. Colton Burns catching the K-rail.
And Colton and Heitritter still battling. Colton back out front, holding Heitritter down the inside. Mikey Lawrence looking to the inside also. Everybody in these Pro 4s looking to the inside, trying to find that fast line as they head up the hill one more time.
And honestly, this uphill turn's kind of nice because you can actually shove your nose in there and not have to really worry about rolling someone.
Yeah, and you also, it's kind of nice because you also take it and you drift it out and keep that, that momentum going.
Exactly.
Have to come off the turnstile down the hills. It's still Burns, Heitritter, Lawrence, Zimmer, Edwards, Loomis, Stratton, Amort, Fleming, Friedman, Richardson, Wells, Ingelston. Mission around, you see Crawford and Farner battling back there. Maddox Bailey battling with Lasher and Watson. Looking a little deep in the field here. Now with Gibson, Jacobus, Graham.
I'm hoping John Zimmer catches up to that group.
You can see there's a big gap going on there, as we were talking about.
Yep.
You see a little glitching, but look at these three. I'll tell you, this is a battle with Burns, Heitritter, and Lawrence. Burns in the 307, Heitritter in the 512, and Lawrence in the 85. Mikey Lawrence, former short courser in the Pro Light category and currently racing a trophy truck in the desert. Multiple Class 10 wins under his belt.
Honestly, you can see that experience kind of paying off when he comes into that corner. That turn one is a very hard corner for a lot of people to take to set up properly.
Yeah, I agree. Now let's talk about Colton Burns.
Yeah.
This is the Colton Burns that I'm thinking of. He's a 1600 buggy from Wisconsin.
Okay.
So if I'm remembering right, I believe it's that driver there. So he's got some experience. Not that he's ever driven this in real life, but he's raced a lot of those challenging courses in the Midwest.
Yeah, so definitely some road experience for him too.
Oh, that's Zimmer.
No,
up?
that is not Zimmer. That's
that
actually that's someone that. Let's see, what's his number? It looks like 84.
Was that 85?
I think it was 84. He was. I saw him drop out of the pits.
Okay.
And he was most likely coming off a fresh repair, and definitely threw it through the corner.
Holtrider and Burns still battling. Burns with the preferred line. Holtrider looking for the outside inside, but gets stalled up. Had to get on the binders. Lawrence back in third still. Zimmer, he's lurking back there in fourth.
And it looks like we have a local caution out.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, I didn't catch where that happened. Did you?
No, did not see.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my cameraman might have been snoozing on that one.
We'll have to fire him and find a new one.
He needs some more arms and hands.
Looks
and
like
eyes.
they're still rolling out, though. It might have been a local caution. Sometimes iRacing does that. Let me catch the front guy and see if I can see if there is a caution truck out. And it looks like,
I see the pace truck's coming out.
There comes the pace truck, yep. So it's definitely not going to be a local
So
caution.
with 7 laps in the book of 22, making up the distance here. Currently, Colton Burns out front. Holden Heitritter, Mikey Lawrence, John Zimmer, and Michael Loomis, the top 5. John Amort and Sean Stratton, Justin Fleming and Christopher Friederman. And it looks like Dylan Richardson, the top 10. Then we're going to go to Corbin Wells, Chance Haugen, and Eggleston.
So this is actually going to, be really good for a lot of drivers out here right now. You had Zimmerman chasing down the front pack. He's now caught up to them, and then some of the other guys that were still there, but maybe didn't have just the speed to carry through. Now have a chance to really combat the guys in the front.
Yeah.
So both Holden and Michael have to play some hard defense now.
I wonder which one of the Eggleston brothers that is, though. I know Casey's mom, unless mom's in the simulator.
These guys are running, looks like their best time for a couple of them is about 50s right now. This, I believe, is B main, so we do have another set of guys out there that have qualified with faster times, so we'll definitely see them out on the track soon.
Okay. So, I was talking about the 590 would be, I believe, Brody Eggleston, if I remember right.
Oh, let's find the guy that rolled. See if he's still
Yeah,
out
who
here.
caused all this carnage? No.
Uh,
Should we be seeing a green flag this next time by?
Let's check in on the front.
We could move that over.
Yeah.
There we go.
Looks like the pace car is...
Still on the track there. We should have saw it pull off there.
Yeah,
That was where the hot pits entrance was.
And I don't see the lights on it, so I believe we will be going green after he
Yeah,
finishes.
usually they pull off way before that and then come down the hill.
Yeah, this one they're actually going to pull off right before turn 1. Or, yeah, it should be turn 1.
Okay.
Either that or they usually pull off at turn 2, but I think he's going to pull off at turn 1.
So the iRacing pace truck out on the track still.
And
Looking
also
for it to go off. The lights are out.
one of the fastest trucks out there on the track, to be honest.
Pace truck?
Yeah, I've seen him plow through K-rails like they didn't exist.
Must be one of those great Lucas Oil Toyota pace trucks.
Exactly, and I think this is it. Here we
Even though
go.
It looks like another manufacturer, but I just won't say that. So we should see peel it off, and we should see it go green here any moment. Here we are, green, green, green. Colton Bird's going to lead them up the hill into turn number 1. Heidritter, Lawrence, Zimmer, Amert, Stratton, Fleming, Friederman, Wells, Richardson, Haugen, Eggleston, and we got a couple of them that are switching around here as they come off the hill into turn 2. The right-hander.
Oh, Zimmerman pushing his nose in there. Oh, catching the K-rail.
14, Zimmerman, though, he rode it nicely. I remember seeing quite a few drivers getting hung up on that in the past, like Greg Adler, for example.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll get your tire just on the top of it and you can roll it over.
Kind of like grinding a rail on a skateboard.
Exactly. Actually, I have a sweet video
A
of
rail slide.
of sliding his rear tires across the back end of a K-rail. It's one of my favorite videos that I was able to find of some of the drivers.
Well, look at this. John Amort in the 48, able to get by Zimmer. He's right on Mikey Lawrence's tail. Ooh, coming in a little hot, pitching it sideways, getting on the binders. But it still Burns and Heidritter and Lawrence top 3. Looks like we're back on board here. Get that inside
Yeah.
of Mikey Lawrence.
Yeah, sorry about that. Jumping at Mikey Lawrence, so you guys can see he just actually pulled away his tearaway for
You
his
got
goggles.
the mud muncher on there, huh?
Yeah, I'm surprised he waited that long because you definitely have unlimited tears. So I clean that every chance I get.
Mikey, experienced desert and short course racer, and I'm sure he's got his strategies.
Definitely.
But look at this. Mort was looking at the inside as they come down the high-speed run down the front straightaway right in front of the crowd.
Colton Burns. Oh, and a send from the 85.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Come on, guys.
Heidritter gets pushed over. Lawrence comes a little hot, gives him a tap. Let's
That's
see
not
what
going to
the
bode
race
well.
directors say on that call.
Yeah, definitely.
But Mort now moves into second. Lawrence back to third still. Zimmer and Stratton moves up. Eggleston moves up.
And I believe that is going to actually throw out a caution for tonight with the accident out on the track.
So it looks like both the Egg Boys are out there. I didn't realize that. Eggleston.
Ingelston?
They got Mom Casey's credit card. So I guess, yeah, it was like Casey. She's racing twice.
That happens sometimes.
I'm sure the way Mom's working right now, it feels like she's working twice with those 2 kids.
Yeah, with what's going on with everyone, it's definitely tough, especially when we got a lot of kids at home.
A couple of the brothers, I believe Bakersfield, California is where they're from.
Oh, nice.
Or no, Riverside.
Riverside?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was thinking of the Bako boys, which is another group of boys. These are Riverside boys.
my hometown. Oops, sorry about that. Wrong button.
Lost a little audio there.
Yep, that was my bad.
That's okay. Well, we got caution out again.
That is correct, but the field still looks pretty good, though. You know, we have John Amarat in there, And then John Zimmer, Michael Lawrence is still up there. Even though he got rolled, he's still in 4th place. So definitely don't count him out. And if I was him, I'd roll into the pits. And if you haven't used your fast repair, use it now. And that pit is a really short pit, so you'll be back out on the track. Probably lose maybe 1 or 2 positions at most.
Yeah, it's a rough one too for sure. And you can see everybody jockeying to get back. And a little contact there. Caution out, someone coming a little hot. They might have to use their fast repair.
Let's go ahead and ride in Colton Burns' seat real fast.
Colton Burns has got that pace truck right in front of him. That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's the vision you want to see. You can see, how rough that is. You can see they're actually fighting the wheel. They're doing that also in the simulators too.
Yeah.
Basically just mimicking what they do, correct?
Oh, yeah. So it's pretty much a 1-for-1. The only thing that, like in real life, you can actually change your steering ratios, and you can adjust some of the force feedback. So you can, make the wheel softer and not maybe be as rough. But, like some drivers that like to really feel the wheel, you can kick it up to where you can hurt your wrist. So
how'd you get an injury? Well, I was virtually racing and my steering wheel got
yeah, I hit a wall.
hit a wall.
Yeah. So there's
I guess nobody has to use that excuse to go into work now, right?
Right. Yeah. They already have the day off.
Yeah. That's funny. But a good time here for sure. And very impressed with this track. As you can see, they're heading up the hill.
And those
Our
lights
lights are off, it looks
That's
like.
Correct.
Pace truck should pull off the track.
He'll be pulling off on the next lap around, and they just turned off. This is still a really big field. We're looking at all the drivers that are still in the session, and we're looking at still close to 30 drivers out in the track.
So it looks like one of the Eggleston boys up there, is that Trey? If I'm trying to remember, I could draw on a blank right now if I had my book in front of me.
What number?
514.
514. The book is right under there.
Oh, I got some static on the line here.
Oh.
There we go. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It happens. Part of having an in-house studio, and we're going green.
All right, here we are. Green, green, green. Once again, the roar of the big boar up the hill. Colton Burns looking to take this one wire to wire here today.
And that is a big pack going into that turn 1. Wow.
Wow, that's right.
Turn 2, Colton Burns doing a good job defending his rear side from the 48, trying to get around him. And it looks like we possibly have another roll out on turn 2.
As they run up again, this is the best part right here.
Oh, the 48 getting into the back of the 307.
So, it looks like by a nose or side by side. Burns has it again by a half a truck length. He pulls out front. Ducks right in front of him as they race up the hill back to turn number 1.
And it looks like John's going to go ahead and dive in for that inside. Can he? Oh, he's got it.
He's got it. Beautiful move.
And Colton's still doing a good job playing defense. Look at that.
Side by side.
Yeah.
I mean,
John's
the top
poking his
three,
nose, but he can't get it.
Yeah, they've been so close battling here. This is so awesome.
John Zimmer just getting a little too tight to his K-rolls. I know he wants to take a fast line, but he's getting a little too close to the wall, man.
Well, he's trying to jump and get that nose to the inside, trying to push him out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about Zimmer.
Oh, Zimmer,
running in third.
yeah.
He's trying to run fast, but he's being a little too aggressive. He's probably
Zimmer's back in third by himself, kind of. He's sitting there. He's got the cat's bird seats, what I like to say. He's watching Burns and Armont now battle it out. 17 to 22 laps, still under green flag right now.
5 to go.
5 to go is right.
Oh.
Seeing Chance Haugen making his way up there, and then the 514 machine there. I believe that's the Brody. Yeah, Brody Engelston. Then Trey's in the 590. Getting that all straightened out here.
You have to commend Colton right now for playing some amazing defense. And John honestly has not given up pushing and trying to find a hole.
Yeah, you can't fault it at all. These guys have been on point.
Like you see him right here going for it again. He's trying to push that inside line, get his tire on that groove.
Oh, he's leaning on him there. Definitely had that inside. Now, this is the place he wants to be. Up the hill, have that inside line going into turn number 1. Can he keep with the speed here? You can see those things body him out. You can see him slide there, but beautiful move there. Slides right underneath him.
Nice cut to the inside.
Yep.
Keep that line closed.
He basically blocked past him.
But I believe Colton last time did a crossover on him in turn 2, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Colton's got turn 2 down.
Yeah, definitely. I got to agree with you on that. That is a good line go through there.
But definitely did not set himself up for turn 3. He lost that uphill battle.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was set up and pushed to the outside. You know,
Yep.
that, being inside's great, but unfortunately, you want to be set up for that next turn is what you're thinking ahead.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the problems is, you know, it sets you up for the way these turns set up out of a right to a left-hander.
Yeah, and we just saw right there, John swinging out too fast.
So Mortha still has the lead. Burns, Zimmer, Heitritter. And how about Mikey Lawrence still sitting in 5th? And Chance Haugen moving up to 6th place now.
Oh, getting off track there. I have never seen these guys go back and forth so much over the past pretty much like 8 laps.
You know, this is a tight-knit group right now. I'm looking at 1, 6, 7 guys, 8 guys, pretty close there. The top 4 really bunched together.
And lo and behold, Holden's up there. Look at that. He made his way back up to 3rd.
Holden Heitritter sitting well, and after a little
With-
contact earlier with, unfortunately, Mikey Lawrence.
And with a fresh truck. He took my advice.
He went out and got a fresh truck.
Yes, he did. He rolled out a new one.
He's got no mud on it, huh?
Nope. She's clean as a whistle.
Gotta love that reset.
And another send from
And right
Colton
there, you can see the blue groove really setting down there, the shine from the rubber laying down on the hard track.
Oh, yeah.
This is a gnarly, a lot of speed coming in. They're swapping on the binders. Oh, a little wide there. He's able to keep the gas down. The loud pedal makes it go around that turn.
Colton trying to take that inside line.
Starting the carousel up the hill. Heitritter's right there.
I honestly think he has probably the best chance out of all these guys because he has the least amount of damage on his truck. You know, his truck probably is going to be running a little faster than a lot of them out there right now.
Holding with the Justice Brothers oil on the side of that machine there. Chasing down the FXR machine there of Colton Burns in 2nd. But it's John Amart right now out front. Sparko on the side of that. Slide a little contact.
Holden doing a great job lifting and giving them the space instead of just nosing them through.
Well, you got to have a little strategy coming in, you know. To finish first, you first must finish, they say.
Yeah, and I think
And
he
this
sees
track-
the battle.
Yeah, you see these guys might take each other out.
Exactly, especially on the final lap.
And this is the final lap. That happened quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And this, of course, the A main.
I believe this is the B main.
B main, I'm sorry.
Yeah, looking at the times,
Yeah, I'm
this should
sorry.
be B main.
B main. A main we're going to see in the 49s, probably 48.
We could see a 47, but we should see high 47s
Okay.
to mid 48s.
Gosh, I can't remember the last time we ran an A and B in short course. This is awesome.
And there
I'm
we
loving
go.
this. So taking the win, Colton Burns,
By-
John Amort, and Kevin Heitritter. I'm sorry, Holden Heitritter in 3rd.
By a hair. Do you want to see that finish again? Because I
Yeah,
kind
I'd
of want to
love
see
to
that.
see that finish. It was close.
Yeah, let's roll that back real fast. There you go. By a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a close one. It was a good finish there. But a congratulations to John Zimmer and Mikey Lawrence for rounding out the top 5. Chance Haugen, 6th place. It's like Brody Engleston is going to be 7th. Daryl Gibson, 8th. Trey, making them backwards again.
Did it not refresh?
Yeah, there we go. We got Brody and Trey there.
There we go.
Separated. Didn't refresh on our side. Then Sean Stratton in 11th. Corbin Wells, 12th. Jeff Shelton, lucky number 13. So great run for them.
All right, looks like we got to pull these guys into the podium real fast. Starting off with Josh Edmondson. Wait, why is it? Oh, it's it just rotated it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we already went in. They're already going to be gridding right now for the B main.
Yeah, it looks like they are. Would you be okay with doing podium after B main?
I'm good with that.
Okay, or after A main?
It's not like I've got anywhere to go. There's a race on. I'm here for it.
All right, then we'll do podium afterwards. We'll let these guys know.
Taking a big sip out of my Bomber tumbler here. Bomber eyewear. Loving the realistic versions here. You can see the MAV TV, Protect the Harvest.
All right.
Rockstar Energy also out there. The big General Tire.
You ready to roll through the field?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready. Here we go.
Looks like, there we go. Trenton.
24 in the A main?
Yes, 24 in the A main.
All right, starting in the 24th position is going to be John Zimmer. And how are we down there to Height Ritter again?
Wait, how did he get in there? Maybe they get pushed up?
Oh, you know what it was? They took the top three out of the B main, or top four.
It looks like the top four they took out of the B
main.
main.
So that's why we had 20 qualified for the A main. Top 4 came out of the B main to go into the A main.
Yeah, and it looks like Trenton.
I should have known that.
It's okay. And it looks like Trenton actually is in the pits.
Our top qualifier? And we're green?
Yeah.
I guess we went green before I even knew we were going green.
Yeah, as we did change formats, so please bear with us. There are going to be a little bit of hiccups.
I'm getting used to it myself.
Yeah. We had to deal with iRacing servers, so we had to do a couple changes, but we'll get the action going.
But we're going. We're racing. Seeing a little glitching going on.
Oh, my
there.
gosh. Look at that field back there. I'm going to zoom in on that.
That is a pack of hungry hounds.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of contact there. See Thomas getting with Pedersen a little bit. Ebert and up.
This is going to be a fun jump camera as these guys fly over.
Roland Johns out in front right now in the 0-2. But it's the man out of Georgia, Mickey Thomas, sitting in second. But he's got a challenge there. Looks like the 58 of John Edmonston and Pedersen trying to get in the mix.
Yeah, these guys both jockeying for position right now. Oh, and the 52 gets turned, or 58 gets turned sideways. Luckily, he straightened himself back out.
As they come up the carousel, up the hill.
Looks like someone is riding the K-rail right now.
Doing a rail slide.
Yeah, but not able to get off.
Johns, Thomas, and Pedersen. Pedersen, the winner from round number 1. Trying to keep that momentum going. Josh Edmondson, and then Luke Knupp, Matt Miller, and Seth Quintero, Leighton Kramer, Ronnie Anderson, that 52.
Ooh.
Was he the one doing the rail slide you were talking about
No,
earlier?
but looks
Thomas.
like yeah, Mickey.
Thomas on the side, able to pull it back down.
You know, that was really weird because he should have pushed through it. It looks like he actually caught up on some dirt there, and it just completely rolled him.
And it looks like somebody's getting pushed around there a little bit.
Yeah, he's going for a ride upside down.
Doing their turtle impression, as I say.
Yep.
So it's John Edmondson, Pedersen, Knupp, Miller, Kramer, Thomas Anderson, the FabTech driver of Zachary Drapkin, Sean Springstraw, and Braden Beatty, Robert Hornsby, and then John Amort, Holden Heitritter, Keaton Krieger, Trenton Briley, finally getting back up in the mix there with Christopher Hamilton, sorry.
Yeah.
Chris Hamlin is the Ultra Wheels guy. Ultra Wheels, great sponsors there of Ebert and Knupp. So lap 4 of 22 in the books now, still under green flag.
Now Cameron and Josh going at it.
I'm seeing Brock Hager in the mix, but way deep in the field, 24th now. Not sure what happened.
He
Down
might
2
have gotten
laps.
caught in one of those corners.
He might have been one that got spun around there, I do believe.
Yeah. And Roland, he's taking it away. Look at him go. He's on almost a 2-second lead.
Now, Roland Johns,
That's correct.
very known well in the iRacing format.
Honestly, he's usually, I would say, top 6 easy. That's usually where he's running most of the time. I'm really surprised to see him in first. I know he's really fast in Pro 2s. Pro 4s aren't his favorite. He likes to drive the Pro 2 trucks. So
Likes to be a little looser.
yeah, and I think he might have adjusted his setup, so he is riding loose. You know, let's ride with him for a little bit and take a look at what he's doing.
Let's take a look at his lines here,
Yeah.
too. That's the preferred line right there coming out of that final corner. Over 100 miles an hour they'd hit down this front stretch, right in front of the grandstands. The hills where you start to get on the binders a little bit. Pro 4s, you really dive down sort of that K-rail. Going to kind of slide out. But you want to be in the middle coming down this hill so you can set up for turn number 2 and get into the right hand.
You know, I always found it pretty nice for this one to pump the brakes right before that second jump, so you can kind of get your truck back down a little bit, so you can slow yourself down. Because if you're on the brakes right after you land that second jump, you just don't have enough time.
Oh,
you
no.
end up locking up and sliding
Yeah.
past.
You actually got to brake before and then get on it and kind of. You'll see the guys will pitch them sideways in the air.
Yeah, this one that straight before turn 4 is actually one of my favorite sections to come into. You can actually kind of pump the brake a couple times, and it will slow you down, because a lot of people have that trouble. Is they'll come in too hot, and if they sit on the brake, the truck will catch the front tires and throw the nose forward, and you'll pretty much lose control the whole way through.
You don't want to be in the brakes going into a turn,
No.
because that's basically going to keep you going straight.
Exactly.
You turn the wheels, you're still going to go in the direction your momentum's going to take you.
Yeah, but on those
That's like in real life too.
yeah, and on those jumps, you catch the front brake bias, and it'll just take the nose
Yep.
and throw you off.
Well, it loads the rear end, just brings it around on you. So 7 laps in the book here of 22. Roland Johns in command. Cameron Pedersen trying to get a repeat of last weekend's performance as he looks to the inside now of Johns. Edmondson back a little deeper there as he runs with Luke Knupp and Mickey Thomas. Lake Kramer in 6th place. Ronnie Anderson in 7th. Zach Drapkin in that 8th position.
Oh, clean slide in
Oh,
there.
beautiful. And there it is. Pedersen looks to the inside. But I do believe that Johns will have that set up to the inside.
Not if Pedersen brakes a little sooner and tries to put his
he
nose
was
in.
looking for that outside-inside move. But
Exactly.
Johns, I'll tell you, set up perfect for going in turn 3.
Yeah, you got to kind of hog both lanes a little bit just to play a little bit of defense.
It's like getting your elbows out.
Exactly. It's okay to be a little wide.
Yeah, definitely. You want to hog the track up there.
Yeah.
See the trucks getting unsettled there as he pitches it sideways. It's one thing nice about the Pro 4 is you can really back these things into the turns.
Oh, yeah. They don't really want to let loose.
No. Unless you get off the gas.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, the Pro 4s.
Oh, a little slide out there, lost momentum.
I think he's trying to outrun Peterson, which I don't know if it's the smartest thing to do. I think he's better off trying to just drive smooth lines. But he's definitely feeling the pressure from Peterson, because you can see him pushing out on every corner. He wants to find that opening.
Peterson definitely the man with a lot of pressure, trying to repeat last week's performance. But John's knows in his head, I got a fast guy behind me.
Yeah, I was going to say, these Pro 4s actually kind of drive like I know it's kind of odd, but they kind of drive like jet skis in a weird way. You put it and they just go, but the moment you let off the throttle,
They want to slide out.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Yeah. You just keep going straight. Kind of like getting on the binders, racing on ice.
And there he goes again with a fast send. Peterson calling it ahead of time.
Peterson, there we go. Beautiful mood. Slides right underneath him.
John's trying to get on the outside again.
Johns is carrying too much speed into turn number 1.
He
Takes him
is.
to the outside. But a beautiful move there. But I'll tell you, Peterson, right in the middle. That's where you want to be. So you can set up for turn 3 as you head up the hill.
Let's roll back over to Luke Knupp and see what he's up to. It looks like he's got a
Luke
battle
Knupp,
going
the
on with
Ultra
Mickey
Wheels
Thomas.
machine there.
Oh, a little bit of a push. And then
Trying to help the 58 around of Josh Edmondson a little bit as he gets by him.
And then, honestly, like we were talking about before for that corner.
Look at Thomas.
Oh, giving him a push back. Look at that. Just caught it. Nothing like a friendly tap to let you know I'm there.
Call it the old bump and run. Give him a little bump and move to the outside and pass him.
Luke getting inches away from that K-rail.
It looks like Ronnie Anderson trying to get up in the mix now, moving up to 7th place, right behind Leighton Kramer. Thomas and Leighton side to side. Leighton to the inside gives a bump to Thomas.
Thomas just coming a little too wide out of there.
Well, Leighton filled up that inside line there, so Thomas had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And up in the 77, trying to hold off Edmondson, who's we had earlier pass on.
And it looks like we have a caution out in the field.
Ooh, we are halfway through. Competition caution has come out. So it's Cameron Pedersen in charge. Roland Johns in second. Luke Knupp in third. Josh Edmondson fourth. Leighton Kramer rounding out our top five. Thomas just on the outside in sixth with Ronnie Anderson. Braden Beatty, Trenton Briley, and Ethan Ebert rounding out the top 10.
And to point something out, we still have a full field of drivers.
Yes.
Everyone's still in there, which is very good. For the field size that they have right now, for 24 drivers out in the field all at once.
Well, I'm seeing Brock Hager down 5 laps.
It happens, though. He most likely had a couple accidents. Yeah. But
Seth Quintero, Robert Hornsby.
Honestly, even if you're down some
drivers.
laps, you're better off staying in and just getting those points.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about their lap times, though. I was wrong.
I'm not seeing the times you predicted there.
I was wrong.
Qualifying, practice, and race.
Yeah.
Always different, even in real life.
So it looks like we're all running low 50s.
Cameron Peterson, though, he ran a 49. The only man in the 49s.
I might be thinking of Wild Horse, but that's probably what it was.
I
The track
would
times.
say that would be probably closer to the times
Yeah.
of Wild Horse. We should see 46s and 47s at Wild Horse.
Yes. Yeah.
I was actually saying, if you're showing the 48s, man, you are hauling the mail here at Wild West.
Well, I can't remember, but I believe Cameron Pedersen actually has an official record for one of the fastest times. I would have to double check it.
During race conditions?
I believe so. Don't quote me right now, but I remember.
It's going in the books, man. I'm quoting you.
I remember he sent me a message before he joined the league saying that he could run down Mitchell DeYoung. So he was claiming some fast times.
That's a big check in his mouth cash.
It is.
Mitchell DeYoung, one of my young drivers that came up through the trophy car program, the karts at Lucas Oil Off-Road, as well as the Lucas Oil Regionals. You know, when things get back to normal, if you're looking to get into it and you want to try some racing out, we've got the Southern California and Arizona Regionals, if you ever want to try that out.
Yeah, when they come back, I definitely want to go see it. That's on my to-do list.
We're hoping May's going to bring some racing back to real life, but it's going to be fun. So, am I seeing the lights off on the pace truck yet?
No, pace truck has still got the lights. It looks like we're
Still
actually on
flashing.
our mandatory comp caution. They threw it a little late. So something that most likely is going on is they're throwing local cautions, which means that the admin actually is the one in control of tossing them. So sometimes they get tossed a little late. But I think it came out on...
Man, that pace truck could drive. That's got to be Gary Lane.
Yeah, he's glued to the track.
I think Gary Lane has more time on the pace truck than anybody in Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series.
Now, for the pace truck, what do they use in the real Lucas Oil?
A beautiful Toyota Tundra, four-wheel drive, all wrapped up with K&N.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gorgeous-looking trucks.
That'd be fun to do, ride around the pace truck.
Oh, it's a blast. I've taken the rental on the track before a few times. Thanks, Enterprise. No, just kidding. Hey, if you're going to rent me a four-wheel drive truck, I mean, come on.
I heard those Subarus stick pretty well, too.
Yeah. They didn't rent me no
suspension.
Subaru.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to go green.
All right, there it is. You can see it. More of that thing can haul the mail.
Yeah, he just hit it.
All right, here we go. We are green, green, green. Once again, Peterson, Johns, Nupp, Edmondson, and Kramer, the top five. Up into turn number one. Peterson slides it.
Ooh.
And look at Roland Johns trying to get back on the gas. Anderson moves up to third.
I think
but
that's
there is a
Trenton now in the
quagmire.
pits.
Who went through there?
I believe Trenton got kicked out into the pits.
Oh, they pushed him to the outside.
Uh-oh.
It looks like the 58 got pushed out, too, of Josh Edmondson as he drops deep to the middle of the field.
Yeah, he got lifted on the rear end. You got to be careful with that.
A little help from my friends.
Here, let me carry you through the churn.
Peterson, Johns, and Nupp. Oh, you can see that bump really settles as they pitch these Pro 4s sideways. That's like real life, how they set these up.
Yeah, they do a really good job scanning these vehicles and making them as accurate as possible.
And I'm watching some of the trucks here with the suspension. The faster guys don't have as much bounce. I'm seeing some of the drivers in the middle of the pack getting a little bounce on the suspension.
Well, that's kind of the nice thing about this league is it's actually open setups. All these drivers can tune the way they want to. The first season was fixed setups just because they wanted to give an equal playing field, and then they realized, when you have a fixed setup that's tuned to one person's style of driving, maybe someone else doesn't like it. So some people like a softer ride, some people like a stiffer ride.
Well, and I've had other drivers fill in for other drivers, and I remember like Carl filling in for Rob McCachran one time, and he drove the hell out of the truck, but he goes, I don't know how he could drive this thing like that. He goes, it worked me to death. But when you watch Rob McCachran drive it, it's like smooth as butter.
Really?
So it's just driving styles. Everybody's setup's a little different. Now, when it comes to gear and carburation, that's a pretty much known thing with these guys come to these tracks.
Now, for gearing, I don't know. I haven't, someone I need
I'm
to talk
talking
to.
real life. But
But even for this, they can adjust gearing and.
They can.
Yes, they can.
That is great to know.
Yeah. So someone to talk about that is actually Leighton. He likes to spend a lot of time tuning. So maybe next time we have him in the booth, we could talk to him about what can be adjusted on some of these trucks to squeeze a little more out of them.
Well, we're watching the O2 machine there trying to chase down our leader, Pedersen, as he fends off the young gun of Luke Nupp. Nupp out of Arizona. Pedersen from the Great White North up in Canada, eh?
Climbing the mountains right now.
And Roland Johns, not sure where Roland's from, but he's rolling in second place right now. As they head to turn number 2, the right-hander.
Ooh, looks
Johns
like we have
right there, a beautiful move. And look at this, a little bit deeper in the field. We got a little glitching going on, some cars disappearing. Getting
Definitely.
physical.
Oh, looks like we got a little bit of a roll, but definitely good battle turning out. Trenton, you making it out of there alive.
Yeah, him and Ronnie Anderson were going at it there.
A little bit of a flyby by our local helicopters.
The Ghetto Bird.
That sounded like a big one.
We're in the ghettos of Fullerton.
How dare you?
Actually, a beautiful area. Broadcasting from Fullerton, California.
Nice overcast day.
Yeah, it was actually the sun came out for a little bit. Blue skies, looking just like it did there. We got our super moon. Hopefully, when we're all done, we'll be able to see that.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful outside.
We've had rain here, so I haven't seen much. But back to the action, Briley and Anderson.
Trenton getting in between both of them, trying to bounce around.
Ebert, also the other Ultra Wheel sponsored driver.
Oh, he's got the inside. Look at him go.
Oh, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a drag race.
Let's go back and check in on the front pack. See how Roland's defending off.
2 laps to go here. White flags will come out this next time around.
Yep.
Peterson, though, I'll tell you.
He's checked out.
Man, some major momentum with that young man.
4 seconds. And he's pretty close to his
So that's
qualifying
1600
time. What were you gonna say?
Gonna say, man, it's like 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think we have 18 or 20 on the track still.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. How many are left?
Oh no, they're all still here.
Oh, they're just down laps. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're down laps.
I thought attrition has already affected the field.
When that
Somebody did hit the reset button.
Yeah, when that happens, you see them blank out. That's actually just the network.
Okay.
Them dropping off the network and not
Still
being
learning to read their ticker board.
Yeah,
It's white and gray, and I'm wondering if people are dropping out. But oh!
What a
Luke Knupp gets up on the wall, able to recover as he tries to chase down Roland Johns.
great defense.
Oh, did you just see Knupp pitch that thing sideways?
Yeah, he tried
to back it in.
He tried to, but Johns closed that door.
He was going Kyle LeDuc style.
And once again, he thinks he's going to try and get his nose up on the inside.
But look who's also back up in the mix in fourth, Mickey Thomas.
Not forgotten. Still trying to close the gap. And I believe we're getting into the finishing lane.
And there it is. It's going to be Cameron Peterson.
What a solid run.
Roland Johns, Luke Knupp, Thomas just off the podium in fourth. But how about that? Pedersen, back-to-back wins. Knupp, back-to-back podiums.
What a great run.
Thomas, Kramer's going to round our top five. Anderson just outside the top five in sixth. Holden Heitritter holds a solid seventh. Trent Briley, eighth. Sean Heck, ninth. And Zach Drapkin, the FabTech driver, in 10th place. Hopefully, shout out to Dave Winter watching there. There, the owner of FabTech.
All right, let's go ahead and get these B main drivers in there and talk to them real fast. Then
We
we'll
have
pull
our
on our A main.
finishes here for our B main. I don't have any.
Uh
Oh,
oh. I was busy switching cameras.
yeah.
I believe our B main will be our carryovers. So we
Yeah, I know.
have John Zimmer, which finished fourth, and then it was Colton Burns. He's up there.
Yeah.
John Zimmer, Colton Burns.
And
Uh-oh. John
Orr.
Orr. Yeah, there we go.
John was winner.
No.
Second?
Colton Burns took first.
Burns took first.
And then John A. took second. And then I'm trying to think who took third.
That would be
Zimmer took fourth. Third went to... Was Josh Edmondson in there? 58. Oh, no. It was Holden.
Holden Heitritter.
Yeah, Holden was racing. The
Okay.
52 was in there, I believe.
All right, well, sure. I'll go with that. Whatever the Wab man says. The keyboard jockey.
Give me 1 second. We're going to mute our mics, and then we'll pull these guys in.
All right, so we're going to pull in third place.
That's correct. Let me load them into the B
Hold
main
it.
booth real fast. We have a very long chat, so I got to go through everyone. I believe this is Colton. We're definitely going to have to ask these guys to do their full name because there is a lot of people with custom names in the chat. And I think I got them all. All right, starting off with Holden.
Holden, are you with us?
And he will be in the booth in 3. Oh. Nope, it's disappeared. 1 second. Oh, he moved. Where'd he go?
Can you bail on us?
Yeah, I think so, unless someone moved him into my booth.
I've seen people run to the pits quickly. Maybe you had to make a pit stop.
Possibly. Step out to use the restroom. All right, we're going to have to move on without him. We're going to pull in the next person. It's going to be John.
John Amort.
Hey, John, do you copy? Looks like he's got a mute. Hi, John, do you copy?
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah,
No,
I
you're
had that muted. How's it going?
It's going good. Welcome to the booth. Taking second place in the B main, and then looks like you just rounded out A main with. I'm trying to find you right now.
23rd.
Say that again.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
23rd.
20 something. Yeah, I somehow got a penalty or something like that.
Oh,
So I slowed down.
It looks like you got
Stopped.
you down a couple laps, so something must have happened there. You're right.
but for the B main race, you were going back and forth with Burns, left and right. How'd you feel about that? Race kind of carrying out.
Yeah, that was great. That was a lot of fun. We were definitely battling all the way to the end there. I kind of gave it up, made a mistake in the last lap. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Just been kind of getting into this game. I raced Class 10 out in the desert, so it's kind of fun to get on the simulator and mix it up with the boys. It's been a lot of fun.
That's why I recognize your name from.
Okay.
Desert
You
Racer.
do some media out in the desert?
I'm the announcer, Dave Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much, from score to, I've done Best in the Desert. I've done some of the,
Right, your voice sounds familiar.
yeah, that's what everybody says.
I have a good voice changer.
But that's very cool, and what a difference it is, running in the simulator from running a real car. But I'm sure with the force feedback and the dirt makes you feel right at home.
Yeah, definitely. And the heart rate gets going. I'm not gonna lie. Those last 5 laps, I was actually kind of impressed how much I was getting pumped up for that. So.
Oh, it definitely got us into it. Watching you guys were going back and forth, which was great. I mean, you guys were switching back and forth, and it could have been anybody's race.
Oh yeah, it was a close one.
Yeah, no, it was tight. It was some good racing.
So you're just like, hey, I'm going to the A main, baby.
Right. Well, I didn't know they were gonna do that. I was actually pretty surprised. I saw that we were lining up, and I was like, oh, I didn't know the top 4 or 5 was gonna advance. That was cool too.
Yeah.
Glad I
Round
got
2,
to get
man.
in that.
Buckle up, let's go.
Yeah. So I'll be here for round 3. I'm ready.
That's all right. Well, that, you already showed you can how you get up there. Now you just gotta, just get in that top 20, get to that A main without having to work your way
Right.
to it.
Yeah, and in the B main,
Gotta
you were
work
still
on
running some
setup.
fast laps. You were running, I would say, what mid 50s. So definitely, definitely competitive.
Yeah. No, that's what I usually do in practice. Unfortunately, in the qualifying, I couldn't put down a good lap. But yeah, we'll just have to. I got on at like 6 o'clock. Didn't have a lot of time to practice, so
I definitely
I could have had
I can see
something to
that.
do with it. But
Well, I know you got some great sponsors that help you out in the desert, and I'm sure they're helping you out a little bit during this downtime. So you just want to give a little love to them.
yeah, we got a couple. Some of them are hooking us up, some of them aren't, but we still love supporting their product. Method Race Wheels, BFG Tires. We got Gene at Get Performance. He's our main sponsor, man. He built our Class 10 car, and he just helps us out every chance we need him to, and he really pulls through on a lot of things. And yeah, that's pretty much it right now.
Well,
But,
obviously
couple
you've
more.
raced against Brock Hager, Mikey Lawrence in the Class 10s back in the day.
Yeah. No, well, I think Brock Hager was the year right before we got into it.
Oh, okay.
We've only been racing. This is our second season.
Second
and
season,
it's
yeah.
kinda been getting
Mikey
screwed up.
moved up into Trophy Truck 2 years ago, or 3 years
Right.
ago. So, yeah, it was pretty awesome, though.
But yeah, definitely some familiar names in the off-road world.
Oh, yeah.
Out there racing the simulator, which is cool.
Well, we're all hanging out. But congratulations, getting on the podium and making it to the A main.
Hey, good
All
job,
right,
man.
Thank you, guys.
Well, that's gonna round out our podium interviews. Looks like a couple of the guys had to actually get off a little earlier, so they bounced out. That's a bummer.
All right, well, let's head over to the A main, boys.
You got it.
Thanks, guys.
You
Thanks,
got it.
guys. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
All right, pulling in our first winner, our third place is gonna be Luke. Nope.
Luke driving by the force.
What's up?
What's up, Luke? Man, 2 weeks in a row on the podium.
Yeah, it was a rough race. I got basically taken out like twice in that race, and my teammate. So
Oh, well, it looks like Ethan had to fight his way back up too a little bit, but you pretty much hung up there. I watched you like a yo-yo there, and all of a sudden you're in fourth, you make the pass and you're sitting there in the last, few laps. I mean, the pressure sitting back in third.
Yeah, it was a rough race. I qualified terrible. Like, I was second in practice, and then I just went to seventh in qualifying, and I was mad. Me and Ethan came from the back, and we worked our way up to the top 3 and 4, I think, in the second lap, and then it all went bad from there. Just kept getting hit and taken out, and I know he got cleaned out on the last lap after coming from last.
Yeah.
But,
he unfortunately finished in 12th on there, but he was up in the top 7 for a while with you.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Turn 1 is just like in real life, a nasty one, huh?
Yeah.
I know in the karts when you have a different turn 1, but when you watch the other trucks that are in real life, turn 1's where all the carnage is.
Yeah.
But awesome job, I got to say. I was impressed watching you trying to chase down Roland Johns. I mean, it was basically just, waiting for somebody to make a mistake. You guys were right there toe for toe.
After the mandatory yellow, I think I got hit after the start, and I think I lost lost power in the truck, but
Yeah, I think you got pushed by I believe it was Mickey. Mickey's the one that came out the new truck.
okay, it was either that or Josh, but
No, it wasn't Mickey.
No, it was it Height Rider then that came out? He had a fresh truck. I can't remember who rolled out with the fresh truck.
I don't remember who hit the reset button, but I know he got punted.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Nevertheless, Luke, they took you out.
Yeah, they gave it to you a little hard.
We won't point any fingers.
I'm just glad I made it through the race. I might have had some lag, had internet problems in the past couple of days, but glad we made it. Glad I'm got third, and should be second in the championship solidly. So I'm pretty happy with my result.
Yeah, definitely a great finish for the second round, and you looked pretty solid on the track with at least like you said you had some internet issues before. I think I maybe saw you blink like twice or 3 times. So honestly, it looks like those kind of got nailed down a little bit. So definitely helps out.
That's good.
Well, I know there's a lot of people that are behind you, that make this all happen, for our sponsorship. And I see that awesome name on the side of your truck.
Yeah, it's actually a special day for my sponsor. It's Chris's birthday. I want to wish him a
That's right.
huge happy birthday.
Oh,
yeah, happy birthday,
birthday.
Chris Hanlon, Ultra Wheels. Awesome,
I want
dude.
to thank Lethal Racing, Ultra Wheels, Rigid Industries, Diamondback Materials, Super Clean, iRacing Short Course for sponsoring it. You guys for for broadcasting it. Just everyone else, thank you. Eric Morin for helping me with setup today. He helped a lot, and other than that, I'm stoked and ready for round 3.
Yeah, I'm ready for it too.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you and Cameron Peterson and are the 2 guys that have only been the regulars on the podium. So round 3 is going to get the little storyline started.
Definitely.
Yeah. See if I can move Cameron off the top.
he threw out an amazing time, but I think he got held up trying to battle Roland, so definitely slowed your roll trying to catch up to him.
Yeah, I think if I got by Josh quicker, if I wasn't getting held up, I think I could have maybe got into that battle and maybe held to my position in the race. But I didn't, so still happy with third.
Definitely, man.
Well, congratulations. Awesome job.
You guys.
Thanks for coming out, and I'll see you next week.
Luke Knupp, everybody. 3rd place in the A main.
Knupp.
Knupp, I meant to say.
You mixed me up before.
I know. I say it right the right time, and then someone says Knupp, and it gets in my head when you said it.
Oh, no, it's my fault.
It's Knupp.
All right, pulling in Roland Johns right now.
Rolling.
All right, guys.
Hey, man. You let Cameron catch up to you, dude. You had such a great run, and then Cameron started reeling you back in. You played some great defense, though.
We all know Cameron Pearson. He's a quick guy.
Yeah.
And luckily I got incredibly good start. Went from 4th straight to the lead on the first lap, and just went on from there. And then his truck got better as the run went on, and my truck wasn't doing so good when it got slick, and he's caught me, but still incredible run to be out here in second.
Yeah, no, you pretty much led the pack for most of the race. How'd you feel about running in the front? Because usually when I'm watching you, you're running mid 6th place to like 5th, and usually have a tough run because you get caught in that mashup. But now you're out ahead. Wow, what do you what would you give that to?
I put in a lot of practice laps. I really practice for qualifying because I've realized that's what happens. I always get caught up beating and banging towards the mid pack, and I realized I had to get up front for the start here if I wanted to get a podium or even win the thing, which almost happened today.
I'll tell you, you led pretty much the entire race with Peterson right behind you, and it's like, but you got shuffled back a little bit, but you never really let him get out of your sights. I mean, was that just like, hey man, I'm going after him?
Yeah, I was still going after him. I was giving it my all, trying to go catch him.
And then you had that youngster behind you, Luke Knupp. It was like probably like, hey man, get off my tail.
I know we were having a close race. Luke was right behind me, but I held him off.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Quick question. Into turn 1, you were having a little bit tough time kind of holding your same line. Was your car just wearing it a little bit, and you couldn't your braking point changed?
Yeah, I was in trouble getting it to turn in like
Okay.
it was before. I mean, I kind of had to take a little bit of a wider line and just try to get that run off the corner.
It looked like you might have been carrying a little too much speed, though, going in there because it kind
Yeah.
of blew out the turn. And you had it set up nice. You had the truck rotated, and then you just see you slowly slid out there. And Peterson was...
Part of it is I wanted to have the outside because I knew Luke would be coming inside.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
Yeah.
keep that outside line going into the next corner.
Yeah, it's smart for turn number 3. You'll have that inside, but sometimes that could also screw you setting up because you want to be in that middle line coming into turn 3.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there.
You got to pick your poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick your poison. Definitely. But, I know there's you got some sponsors that are helping you out or making this possible, or is it MasterCard and Visa?
Just MasterCard and Visa out here. I mean, I'm currently sponsorless. Just my own sponsor, Roland John's Racing, is all that's on the car. And I want to give a quick shout out and for everybody that's suffering with the coronavirus. And we know these are tough times.
Yep.
We just help
Definitely.
want everybody to get through it.
Yeah, that's where we're finding our way to get through it, and we just hope the families that have been affected. I mean, I'm right there with you, that we get through this and back to real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I can definitely follow up with that.
So, well, congratulations. Awesome job, Roland, and we'll definitely see you battling again for round 3.
Yeah, I'm
Yep,
excited for that.
Yep, I'm going to come out swinging, hopefully come up one more spot this time.
There you
Well,
go.
you know what? Sitting great for the points right now with a throwaway race, so not too shabby.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad to rebound from last week. I mean, I got caught up in the carnage last week and didn't do so good.
Yeah, if you keep this momentum, go, what round 1?
Exactly. All right, man. You have a good night.
All right, you too, guys.
Thanks, Roland.
Thank you. All right, now to pull in Cameron Peterson. Hey, Cameron, this is Booth. You copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so talk us a little bit through the race because you ran down Roland there, and that was pretty amazing because I believe, closed a 2-second gap.
Yeah, I didn't see when I got into second. I wasn't sure about the time frame there, but I know I was catching him by about 0.6 a lap, roughly. I
Yeah.
kept my eye on that and just kept hitting the same marks if I could, and just kept it consistent as I could. And once I got there, I just tried to use his own line against him, make him brake harder than he has to, and make him overshoot the corner. And thankfully he did, because last time him and I raced, it was just an official session, and
Yeah.
I wasn't able to get around him. So this time I was. So thank you for that.
I saw you time it pretty much. You saw him blow the corner twice, and you set it up for the third time. You're like, oh, he's probably going to blow it this time. you kind of just set up for that pass.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I was banking on, really. Just kind of a lucky strike, I guess. But yeah, I did what I could, and it all turned out positive for me. So,
Nah,
yeah.
that was a good move. You saw a pattern, and then you decided to execute on it and see if it paid off.
Yeah, definitely paid off in the long run.
Well,
I tried the opposite in the other parts of the track, but it wasn't working.
Well, it looks like a few
And,
times you were like starting to overdrive, and it's like you can tell, like, okay, take a deep breath, slow it down, hit your marks, and then you started eating away at Roland again.
Yeah, it takes a second or more like a lap or two to figure out what you have to do against your a specific guy. I know Roland, I've raced against him a bit, and he's very very good, and that's as basic as I can put it. Very consistent, and but yeah, I guess today was just my day.
Well, definitely paid off. That's 2 first places. The bullseye is now firmly placed on your back. with 2 rounds and in the lead for the points right now. And man, what's your thoughts now? How can you like not keep rolling? Because he's coming for you next time.
Yep.
Yeah, now that they've implemented these inverted starts, qualifying first is an issue.
Well,
It kind of took me off guard. In the practice, I realized, inverted top 5. This is going to be interesting.
Well, that's what we
a couple
actually
other
do
league
that in
races,
real
and
life.
that's what we do, so.
We usually have a pill that the top qualifier picks, and it could be a 0, it could be a 2, a 4, or a 6. So that's kind of really showing the realism of this game. And believe me, nobody sometimes like, man, why did I get the fast qualifier? I just put myself in 6th place.
well, sometimes you get that 0.
Yeah,
And then you're
sometimes
set.
you get the goose egg.
Yeah, I'm all about having fair play. And I'm going to run my best lap in qualifying.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I know it's going to be inverted. I'm not going to, sandbag it in the qualifying and try to start 5th and then get pole. That's not the name of the game. We're trying to do our best out here and put on a good show.
Exactly.
And, make the sponsors proud.
Well, you guys definitely put on a great show. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to you guys again, Death by Moose Media. I'm looking forward to watching the replay. It's always good to watch you guys. The iRacing short course sponsors, I failed to mention them last time. I didn't have them in front of me. I'm sure you guys, I'll read them too because it wasn't for the sponsors.
You're going a little robotic on us. Looks like we're having a network drop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking like a robot.
Yeah,
Uh-oh. Well, I'll go over the sponsors for you if you want, real fast.
Go ahead.
All right, so Cameron Peterson would like to thank CBR Performance Parts, AIM, CDZ Apparel, Super Clean, Bomber Eyewear, Sparco, K&N, and Lawrence Equipment.
And remember, it's just not clean.
It's super clean.
There you go.
All right, I think we got you back, Cameron.
Awesome, thank you. And also the Jim Beaver Sports guys as well. Thank you again. You can still hear me. Jim Rear Spracer, Vision Wheel, GSP axles, Gibson Performance, and Cronus. It's a big shout out to those guys. Huge team effort there and making me the best I can be. So,
you got it, man.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again. We're looking forward to round number 3 to keep an eye on you.
thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You have a good night, man.
Thanks, Cameron. All right.
You too. Thanks.
Well, this has been a awesome round number 2. Again, congratulations to Cameron Peterson, Roland Johns, and Luke Knupp for our top 3. Mickey Thomas and Leighton Kramer in our top 5. Join myself, Dave Arnold, and again, Randall Alvarez for round number 3 right here. Watch it on YouTube. Check our social media, iRacing Short Course. Follow us. Let us know. I'm at Dave Arnold Live on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And Randall?
You can find me at Death by Moose Media on Instagram, also on Facebook and on Twitter. Follow me. There's some funny stuff that I've been doing on Twitter. And then if you guys want to keep up with some more of the racing, we do have a doubleheader on Sunday, so come check it out. We have ISRC and Core Racing. It might be something you've never seen before. So stay tuned with us. We're going to definitely have a lineup that's going to be expanding throughout the year as we get more racing and more great drivers to show up. So this is going to be a lot of awesome.
There you go. We'll see you next time on the Virtual Dirt.
You got it. Everyone have a good night.